Hello friends, it's Sherry. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel, and I'm here today for hashtag scraps to treasures. This is an open collab, and Maria from Maria's Miscellany and I are the co-hosts of this one. This is a fun one because we get to use up our scraps, and we have a prompt. We have a prompt for each month, and it's going to be always under the video, under my video and under Maria's video. I might not put the whole year, but I'll at least put this month and the current, the next few months, so you can plan ahead. But that's kind of why we put it at the end of the month. It's on the 28th of each month, so you can plan on the whole month. You can think about it if you want to, or just just do it spur of the moment. It's not that hard, right? So it's a fun one this month. March is envelopes, so let me put that away and show you what I've got here. So I pulled out this pile. This pile is from my scraps. So let me just show you like some things, a few little envelopes, little fun ones I've made from my scraps. These are just some little scrapbook paper. It was double-sided scrapbook paper, scraps I wanted to use up. So I made just these little envelopes. So these are the simplest little envelopes to make. So we're going to make a few of these. I'll show you how I made these. Are just the easiest envelopes ever. By just folding the corners and gluing together the sides, right? And I kind of rounded the flap corners. These are made from security envelopes, actually. Scraps. And so, yeah, just scrapbook paper and security envelope is what all of these are. So, yeah, I just keep these on hand so I can put them in my journals, or maybe in goodie envelope, things like that, or maybe tuck them into an order. I need to put one in there, and I like to put little punch outs or something, paper clips or buttons or whatever, little tiny things in these to send off to people, right? And so those are fun. So yeah, to make those, I mean, they're so simple. I'm sure everybody can, if you haven't made one, you can figure it out, right? But just take this little scrap right here, for instance. I'm going to cut off, there's a rough edge here where it came out of a book. I actually found this a long time ago, and this is a scrap from it. A scrapbook paper book of scrapbook paper designs that were double-sided pages, and they were a book about, I'm saying book instead of like pad or something like that, paper pack, because it was actually a book about a scrapbook paper designer, and it was an example of pages. The pages were all examples of her designs. Is really cool. I found it like when I first started scrapbooking, and I still had it because I put these in a different spot, and about a month or so ago I found them. I was like, oh my goodness, I need to put those with my scraps so I can remember to use them, right? So I like to leave a little space. I kind of cut that a little bit too high, too low. I'm meant to leave a bigger scrap or flap here. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. I had a good weekend. I'm making this video on Sunday night for tomorrow, and I had a busy day today. So if I'm a little scattered, that's why. I just had a busy day. I got my routine a little messed up because I usually have things I do on Sundays to get caught up, get ready to go back to work on Monday, and just kind of be organized and things. But I on spur of the moment got a call to babysit my granddaughter. Of course, I'm not going to say no to that, right? So everything else went out the window, and I was like, of course, bring her over. I don't get to babysit that much because my son works at home, so they really don't need a babysitter. You know what I mean? They don't need a daycare. They don't need a babysitter. So I've been telling them, you need to let me babysit once in a while, so that if you ever do want to go somewhere, she won't be so upset to be separated from her dad, because she's with him all the time, 24/7. And so I got to babysit. I've been going over there on my lunch break so that she's used to me. And we see each other on the weekends too. But I thought, she's so young. It's, I want to make sure she doesn't forget me if she doesn't see me during the week, for a whole week. And I don't think she does, but if she doesn't see me for 2 weeks, like they've gone away for the weekend, and then she doesn't see me for 2 weeks, and then she's a little, like, who are you again? type thing. So I trying to make sure I see her once a week, but then lately I've been just trying to see her go once a week on my lunch break at least, and go by their house and spend, play with her on my lunch break. So I see her on one, for a good amount of time once on the weekend, for like 3 or 4 hours on the weekend. And then I see her once during the week for about an hour or 45 minutes. And so just that amount of time, seeing her twice a week, that I've been doing that for just a couple weeks now, where I see her twice a week. And so when I babysat today, she was like, okay, this is Mimi. I remember you came to play with me, and she was really used to me after seeing me twice a week for the last 2 weeks, and she did not have any problem being separated. Of course, I had them sneak out. That's probably not really that great of a thing to do. I know the books probably would be against it, but anyway, I had them sneak out, and she didn't miss them at all. She has a ball at my house because I have certain things that she can get into and crawl around and have fun. So anyway, back to the envelopes. Here's one little one, and we're going to let this dry, but you can see you'll be able to tuck a few things, but isn't it cute? So that's the easiest way to make an envelope of any size. So, and then you can just use a scrap of any size and make envelopes like this. You can round these corners if you want that I glued up here. I didn't round those, I just rounded the flap corners, but that's a great way just to use up some little scraps, make some little mini envelopes. And then I thought I would try something else here. I have, well, let me get, this would be pretty on a green envelope, I think. I have these colored envelopes here. And this is a card, I think it was a thank you card that I got. And it looks like watercolor. And I thought I cut off the front of it because, the back half was written on. And the person that gave it to me didn't write here on this part, thank goodness. I mean, you could cover that up if you really wanted to use it, but if it was written on. But I just thought, this person gives me a thank you card once a year because I give them a Christmas gift, and they usually send me, a thank you card like this. And it's always this watercolor. She has a collection, or she buys these watercolor thank you cards. They're so pretty, and I try to use them every year for something. So anyway, I thought this would be fun to decorate the front of one of these envelopes. This is a green envelope. It's a little bit long, so I need to cut this, cut it, across, this, I need to make it less high. And so I think I'm going to cut down here because this has got flowers, and I'll be cutting off a little bit of the jar here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off a sliver down there. I'm not really, I'm not really concerned with it fitting exactly or anything. I just want it to fit on here and look pretty. And I'll have a little bit of a border all the way around, really. A little bit showing here, a little bit of green there, and then a little wider piece there. Maybe I'll round the corners. Let's see what that looks like. And then, so decorating an envelope can be another way to use up your scraps with envelopes. So you can make envelopes or decorate envelopes. So let's see. See, that'll be pretty on there. And with the green, it looks nice and springy. So and I could even leave it open if I wanted to. Let me see if I want to do that. Like, say I put it in a journal, I could leave it open here behind as a pocket. Let's do that. Let's leave it open. I'm going to go ahead and glue 3 sides, and that'll be for the future, for a future journal. I'll see what I put in there, if I can fit something in there. Okay, my glue's not coming out very well here, but it is coming out. I might have to stick my pin in there in a second. Oh, it's coming out a little bit more now. Okay, good. I was getting worried there. Yeah, there it goes. It's flowing now. All right. It was cold today. It was really cold today. I got this jacket on. When I have this jacket on, I'm really cold, this green jacket over a sweater. So I just, yeah. Unfortunately, we had like summer weather last week, or warm spring weather at least, and today it got cold again. All right, I want to see if I can get this centered. Okay, there we go. I need to stop talking so much. And I wanted to leave a little bit of green on the bottom and a little bit of strip of green on the top. So it's kind of centered from top to bottom and side to side, okay? So yeah, there's a pocket there. So we can just see what we can do here with my scraps. I don't plan on doing anything fancy, but you know, I want to make some envelopes, and then if I want to further decorate them later, I can do that. So that's number 2. So let's see. Here's some little scraps I pulled out maybe to make little envelopes, and then here's some bigger scraps to make bigger envelopes, okay? And this is kind of onion skinny type paper, so I thought I would see what I could do with that. I thought that would be a good base envelope, a good base for an envelope, and it's kind of a different paper. So I'm just trying to see how big I want it. I don't want it, well, you know, we could make it pretty big. So let's cut off this little piece that's sticking out here and see what we have left there, and then we'll see what we can do. Because I could always, you know, glue it on the side of a page, so this wouldn't be too big for that. I think I would like to see if I can round the corners. I'm not sure how this will do on this type of paper. Oh, it did fine. Okay. Sometimes things, you know, when you're trying to cut something, it likes a thicker piece of paper. And this is not real thin, but it's not real thick. So I guess it's thick enough because it's working. Oh, it's working really good. Okay. So yeah, I think this could be just a regular envelope, kind of like almost like a regular, like a card size envelope. And then I can glue the flap on the side of a page if I want. I can decorate it, and it'll be a different kind of paper than, you know, the norm. And, you know, have that, it's like a crinkly, you know, that crinkly type of paper that we like. So that could be fun, and it's big enough to fit really kind of almost anything inside. It's a little see-through, so that could be interesting as to what we put inside. That might show through it if we didn't decorate the outside. Maybe the inside could be the decoration showing through it. Yeah, I might have to think about that one. I could distress it, not distress it. Let's see, it's just that simple, you know, envelope that you just fold up the sides, you rounded the corners, these, and there you have a nice, good size envelope. Let me crease this a little bit more here. I'm just using my fingernails. Okay, so there we've used up another scrap, and I think I'm not gonna worry about decorating. I think I'll just make bases and not worry about decorating too much tonight, because I don't know what journal I might use these in, and then I can decorate them per, you know, for a journal like this right here. I can decorate for the journal if I'm making an Edith Holden or you know, a little golden book or whatever. It can be per, you know, per journal. Okay, so this is a little piece from my gnome book. There's a little gnome there, and I was wondering about, and I like both sides of this. So this one has some fruit and these nice words here. And so I was thinking this side would be a little bit better for an envelope, because I'd have to figure out how to make a sideways envelope if I use this, because of the way it's kind of a horizontal picture there. And I guess you could have a sideways envelope. I've never really put an envelope in. You know, I really like this little gnome, but let me see if I did it this way. Let's see, I could make this the bottom part and this the flap. That would be cute. I think I'm just gonna do that. That'll just be a little easier, I think. So I don't know, because I like both sides, so it's hard to choose really. I don't really like one side better than the other. So I don't have to have the gnome, and that kind of restricts what I can use it in. If I use this side, I could it's kind of more generic. I could use it almost anywhere. So yeah, I think I will use this side. Let's go ahead and round our corners. I do like the rounded corners, especially on the flaps. But I liked the one I just made too with the rounded corners, which I've done before. I just, you know, wanted to show you you don't have to round the corners, but if you want to, if you like it better, why not? Make that quick little rounded corners. Okay, so this font looks really cute, so I think this will be cute. Let's see, let's make it about right there. So yeah, you can really just play it by ear and use up a lot of your scraps. I don't have a lot of big scraps. That's why I just pulled out these. I just pulled out the biggest ones I had in there. I don't know if you can see my scrap box over here, but these right here, the bigger ones, are cardstock. So I like a more papery paper than it's cardstock paper for envelopes. Just easier to fold and things like that. So I usually put my glue all the way to the end of this part that you fold up. That's all nice and glued down. Okay, sorry if I'm talking quiet. Like I said, my granddaughter wore me out today. Jason, I just, you know, it's like she's at the age you got to watch her every second because, you know, I have my house. I actually baby proofed it for her since she's been crawling and stuff, but still, you know, I feel like I need to watch her every second because, you know, she's just at that age that she needs to be watched. So don't want anything to happen at Mimi's house, right? Okay, so that's a cute one. It says butter, porridge, bread, ant eggs, jam, and spice cake. So it could be used almost in a cookbook journal or really any journal. It's really cute. So that's a third one that we've made. This one I like the font here. So I wanted to see how it would look as an envelope. Let me see which way we might want to do it. This way, these words would be upright. And then the flap, these words would be upright also. Okay, well that's cool. Oh, and then on the other side, they're probably going to be upside down, which we could decorate or leave like that. So I know there's ways of making all of your, you know, you can cut it up and make envelopes so that everything's upright, but I'm not really worried about that. I might decorate that other side anyway, so I'm just gonna, or glue it down, you know. So right now, like I said, I'm just making bases so that when I go to make a journal, I'll have these envelopes ready to do whatever I need to do, you know. And sometimes I just stick them in orders too. I'll stick a couple envelopes that I've made because I make a lot of envelopes to tell you the truth. I have a lot already prepared, and you know, if somebody ordered, you know, it's their, you know, they've ordered more than one thing from me and I want to send a little something extra, like a little thank you, I'll just sometimes stick a couple of my handmade ephemera in there, or envelopes or whatever, for them to do as they would like to do with them. So that one I left the corners straight. I think I'm gonna round these corners. Yeah, I mean, they look good without me even rounding them, but I like that finished look it gives with a rounded corner. This looks more like a professional envelope or something, doesn't it? Let me see. This one has the little pointy. Now I was gonna get my envelope punch board out here, but I didn't really have scraps big enough to really, you know, make it worthwhile to get my envelope punch board out and, you know, use that. So, and it's kind of better because, you know, maybe a lot of people don't have that, probably not. I mean, I know a lot of people do, but a lot of people don't. So why not just show ways to make envelopes without it, right? You know, because I have done videos where I have used the envelope punch board more than once, I'm sure. So this one's all about not using the envelope punch board. But yeah, if you have an envelope punch board, of course you can use that. All right, so this is a bigger envelope. I'm trying to see if my flap is this is a little off. I need to cut something here. What is off? This side is not even. I'm going to cut it right here and get an even side here. Got a little strip off there. And then this flap, for some reason, is not straight, so I'm going to cut that just a tiny bit. Let's see if we can get this straightened out. Something's not off. Something's not right. Something's off. Okay, and then around the corners. So yeah, you could save some of these bigger ones where, you know, maybe you're making a journaling spot and you want to leave the envelope open, like, or put it in the middle of your you know, how you put them in the middle of a signature, and you put your strings when you tie in your signature or sew in your signature. You have your strings here, and then you can close up the envelope, either glue it closed or leave it like this, and then they have the option of, whoever gets the journal has the option of gluing it together or leaving it open for journaling space. So that's an option with something like this, because you've got lots of white space here inside the envelope to journal on. So it could be a faux envelope, and leave it open and not glue it together. And this is a plain red envelope, so it would be good to decorate later if I wanted to. I don't know if I have anything to decorate with now. Here's a piece of the or a couple pieces of the William Morris, actually, wallpaper, or not wallpaper, wrapping paper. Let's see if we have any. I might leave this here I'm going to leave this here for now in case I find something to decorate it. And here's some matte paper. That would look good on here because it has some red on here. Maybe that would, or I could just use this matte part. That would be pretty. Let me cut that out real quick and see if I could do that, because that would be, there's some red lines and pink in here. That would be pretty on here. This is really thin. This is from a phone book, this map, from an old phone book. So it's kind of very thin paper. You know how phone books have that really thin paper usually, especially older ones probably. Okay, this is too big, I know. I'm just cutting off this part I don't want that part. And then we could glue this down here, and I just need to cut a little sliver off one side. There's more map over here, so this is just some little letters over here, so I'm going to just cut a little bit off right there. Yeah, I just saw this I saw this earlier in my scrap box. I was like, well, that's too thin to make an envelope out of, but it's not too thin to use as a decoration, so I could use this side. Oh, I like this compass right here. That's cool. Okay, it has a compass on this side too, but I like the colors over here better. So let's go ahead and glue this down, and we'll have a little decoration on this. So far, it's a faux envelope. So that's fun. So many different things you can do, right, with making envelopes, getting them ready in your stash, ready to go, ready to decorate. And so yeah, this can, I mean, a map. I feel like a map page can just about go in any journal, really, because it's kind of one of those things that everybody I think everybody loves map pages, old maps and things, pretty much. I mean, there might be somebody out there that doesn't like maps, but what's not to like, right? There, now that's pretty, right? Look at that. So we could, let's see, did I have any more map? Nope, just that the part I cut off wasn't really map, it was just words. So that's really pretty, I like that. And I could put some map on this side too, or, you know, see what happens. I'm gonna leave it out in case I find something else. Okay, so I was gonna see if I can use these William Morris wrapping papers on one of these envelopes here, real quick. These are the colored ones I pulled out that were a possibility. So I've got neutral, which we could use. Let's see if these match any of these other colors here. We already used a green one, didn't we? Where is it? Let's, where is it? Oh. Well, I don't know. What did I do with it? I can't find it right now. Okay, I'll find it in a second. Anyway. Yeah, I put that, oh, here it is. It's hiding behind my onion skin envelope. Okay. Because the onion skin one was bigger. Okay, so that's not really big enough to cover. So I don't like that. I don't like it. It's like too small. I could layer these, but I don't think I like that either. Okay, so is this envelope smaller? Oh, this envelope's a little smaller, but yeah, that would look pretty on there. That would look pretty on there. I like that. It's kind of like the green one. See, these are a little bit bigger right here. These assorted colors, and these are smaller. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay. I just need to cut a little sliver off the length because it needs a little frame around it again. I'm trying to make it a little bit bigger frame than I did on the other one, on the green one. Like that. There's a little piece of paper there. Let me see. Did I round the corners on that one? I did. I think I'm going to not round the corners on this one. Okay. So we will have used up another scrap. Which is good. So next month in April, the prompt is index cards. That'll be a fun one. It'll be on the 28th again. You can post a video anytime on the 28th. There's no certain time. And, you can post an Instagram post if you want to too, or just, have fun with us at home, working along with us, just crafting with us. You don't have to post a video and just comment in the comments what you did and give us some ideas if you have them. Maybe different from what, just let us know what you did and that'll give us ideas, right? Okay, so there's that one. And then here's another little one. We could use up this other William Morris scrap. That's a pretty blue one. I'm going to cut a little bit off of that too. I feel like it's not cutting straight, but it is. Yeah, I like it. See, I like a little bit more of a frame there. So I'm going to cut one more little piece off. I'm also trying to make sure it's straight there. There we go. Okay, that'll be pretty. And I can always add to these too, even though this is a patterned paper. I can always add something of some words or, Tim Holtz paper dolls, just, faux postage stamp or something. You never know what you might find, right? Later on in your stash, some lace, a little doily of some type, little cluster. Okay, so those are pretty. I mean, they're not just plain anymore. All of those have decorations. I kind of got to wrap it up here. My time is running out, but that was my plan, to make as many envelopes as I can, so I could go back and make little mini envelopes with all these kind of sizes right here. And so let's go over what we did real quick. We made quite a few, didn't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we did the 2 at the end. The last ones were the William Morris, and those were just plain, little envelopes here that we put the decoration on the front. Then we made the faux envelope where we left it open. We didn't glue it, and just put this matte piece that was in my scraps on the front of that. And then we also made this one with this just random paper here. And see, now they're all dry, so And I definitely would like to put something here, like some lace and maybe some buttons and a faux stamp, maybe some Tim Holtz people, or a flower. We did this one too with the watercolor card on the green. This one with the gnome book page. So, and then this little teeny tiny one. There, we can get my finger in there. And this bigger one with the onion skin type paper. So nice and crinkly, right? So yeah, we did a bunch. So I hope you enjoy making some, using up some of your scraps in whatever way you like to make envelopes. But I hope this is a little motivation and inspiration for you. And be sure to check out Maria's video and all the other participants that we have listed in our description box. We'll have their channels listed below. So thanks for watching today, and I will see you in my next video, and have a great day and happy crafting.